Okay, there we go. Welcome back. This is going to be, yeah, I know. I said I'm not going to say it's going to be a short video anymore because typically they end up being an hour long. This one is not going to be that long. This is primarily just me working on dumping some dirt while I give you some updates. So, if you've been following the worm, actually let's go a different direction first. Um, let's uh, let's discuss Old Bitty Gaming first. So she has updated me on the current situation. Yesterday's video, she posted a comment about um, actually having the new laptop. Everything's been formatted. Um, Windows is actually running just fine, and she is starting to install her games again, and Steam and recording software and all that good nonsense. Um, the stuff that content creators kind of need. Um, so hopefully she'll watch this one tomorrow, and she'll give us another update. Um, if if you do watch her channel, I encourage you to keep an eye out. Um, she is diligently trying to get everything back up and running. She has not abandoned anyone. Um, she is probably, hopefully not, but probably at the point of tears with, you know, uh, um, wanting to game and to get another video out, and just the frustration of not being able to. So I do honestly feel for her. I've been in that situation a few different times. I hate it. Eventually, that is going to be me as well, because my tower is probably pushing 15 years old. It is far behind the edges. There's a lot of games out now that I simply can't even play, let alone record and play. Um, so, at some point, when I get the money put together, I'll build a new system. That's just not in the near future. Things, life has to happen first, then the new computer. But I've got responsibilities that I have to take care of before gaming and all this stuff. So that's yeah, that has to happen first. Um, Secondly, if you have been following the Wurm Unlimited series, the Iron Man series, um, Sunday I only put out a couple of episodes, and I do apologize. I was honestly meaning to put out more, but um, I was immediately frustrated to start with because I know for a fact I logged out, and this was on one of the official Wurm Online servers. Something glitched. Something. Um, could not have been my system because I can guarantee you the game was closed down. But I went from 0. I think 0.4 decay on that Waybread. For those of you that don't know, that's apparently a new newbie item that they give you on the official servers, and it's supposed to act as a nutritious piece of bread. It's um, I guess it's a lot like the Julie board um, here on Unlimited. You eat it, it fills up your food bar, it fills up your nutrition bars. It's supposed to be a good meal for one day. Um, but I was refusing to eat it. I think it was only like 0.4% damage. Well, when I logged in, um, yesterday morning, I found out that it was at negative. Well, first of all, I was prompted with a "Where do you want to resurrect?" pop-up. Yeah, so not something I was anticipating because I know um, that I was actually alive and on my own property. Um, I lost my crude knife, so I had to make another one of those after a roughly hour, hour and a half long run to get back to my property. So yeah, wasn't real thrilled with all that. Most of my stuff had either decayed out and been destroyed or was about to be destroyed, so I had to start from scratch on all that stuff. Um, yeah, it was just all in all, it was just frustrating. But I wasn't going to let it stop me. So I, I attempted to persevere. I was not very successful, but I attempted. Um, when um, when I think it was my body strength or my body characteristic hit 20, um, I was granted um, an achievement pop up for Steam. When the second thing hit 20, and I think it was a sub characteristic of the body, when that hit 20, I was prompted with a pop up from Wurm saying that I can't go beyond 20 without paying for premium. Well, as I said in the Iron Man Saga video, I do understand putting out a game with a quote unquote demo or limitation unless you subscribe or purchase the game or what have you. I do understand that. I don't necessarily always agree with it, but I do understand it. That said, oh, by the way, we're still up here working on Old Biddy's vegetable garden. Um, I'm gonna bring this out. See where the edge of I know it's dark. I'm sorry, but you see where the edge of the grass is right here. That's the plan on how far I'm gonna take it out. And it is 5 wide now. It is not 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got a bit frustrated at that, and it added to the frustration I was already dealing with as far as trying to log into a character that somehow miraculously died, even though I was actually offline for an entire week. Um, but everything continued. Everything that was on my person had dropped except that waybread, and it had continued to decay over the course of the week to the point where it was now 80 damage. Um, I could have dealt with that. Okay, one death, whatever. And I would have pushed on. An Iron Man saga is full of all kinds of heartache and restarting and frustration and whatnot, and I knew that coming into it. Um, Being forced to pay for premium just to complete the challenge, mm, that I don't want to say it put me over the edge, but it finalized a decision that I was mulling over for a minute. I had actually asked my wife about it. Um, See, I used to have a private server, and it was open to the public. Um, but I let it. I stopped paying on it because it was just literally just me and one other person that I never talked to. Um, Rarely ever saw this person on. And if you are that person and you happen to be watching, I do apologize. There was no way for me to let you know that I was shutting the server down. Um, and finances got a little tight. Um, I had you know whacked out work schedule and all that stuff. So I was just trying to juggle too many things all at once. So I just let it go. The decision I was trying to make was whether or not to restart that server. And ultimately, because of the wonderful decisions that the devs made for the official Wurm Online servers, um, because of the unexpected um, death and decay of certain items. Not that I was going to use the items anyway, but the way that everything came about um, made me realize that they still have issues on their end. And while, that's to be expected, um, trying to justify a character death um, when that character should have been logged out and actually was logged out for an entire week. I mean, what? Sure, I could put in a ticket and register a complaint and what have you. Um, I don't really want anything back out of it, so I'm not sure what good that would do. I mean, it's not like I really lost anything. Ooh, I lost a crude knife and I had to spend an hour trying to run back to my property. Or an hour and a half, whatever it was. Um, it would be more justified if, you know, if that character had already been high level, if I was a premium player, whatever, and I'd lost a bunch of gear, that I could see. And some of you may be saying, well, it's still a bug. They need to know about it. Well, believe me, they know that there are bugs. Um, I actually experienced a couple of times the same mouse bug that's in Wurm Unlimited. Now, mind you, Wurm Unlimited has not been updated um, for several years. It is uh, effectively the redheaded stepchild of the Wurm community. It's private servers. It is unsupported. It does not get the updates from the devs. They agreed to put out, from my understanding, years ago, there was enough requests or enough complaints or what have you that they agreed to go ahead and put out a standalone. Hence, Wurm Unlimited, um, with the understanding that it would be put out as it was and unsupported. Well, some of us actually prefer the unlimited servers. It is old school compared to what they have now, but the bugs that are in Wurm Unlimited, some of them have been fixed in Wurm Online. Most of them have not. They're still dealing with the same bugs that we do. The mouse bug being one of them. So I could be moving my mouse around, then all of a sudden it flips up and around, and you lose track of where the heck you were. That still happens in the official on the official Wurm Online servers. So if they can't even fix something as simple as that, they're not going to care about a piddly little death of a character of one character for a player that doesn't even pay to play the game, if that makes sense. Yes, it's a bug. Yes, it should be reported. All bugs should be reported. It's not an exploit. It is actually a valid, legitimate bug. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that several other people have already voiced their opinions about it as well. It is a well-known bug. One more person screaming about, you know, supposedly being logged out on their system when they weren't logged out on the excuse me, on in the game server for whatever reason, isn't going to matter to the devs too much. Um, that said, at some point, I really do hope they do fix it. But again, they have other issues that they're trying to work on. They're trying to improve and update the game and give it, new content and, oops, sorry, um, they've got a lot of things they're trying to do as well. At some point, they'll start looking at well, one of two things will happen. Either there'll be enough complaints from people about said situation or other little situation. The mouse bug, for crying out loud, um, that they'll actually start looking into it and trying to fix it. Or, more, in my opinion, what's more likely to happen is they're going to continue to ignore it until they get tired of dealing with the game and they pawn it off to another dev company, or they just shut it down entirely. The game's been out for a number of years. It's got a very niche community. Um, it's not a super popular game. The graphics are dated. The combat system is laughable at best. Um, but that's not why we play it. We play it for the crafting aspect, the hundreds of things that you can make, the time it takes to make them, the variety of different things, the character or the interaction with other characters, players, whatever. Um, it's effectively it is a crafting simulation. Yeah, it takes a while to do anything. I mean, you guys have seen how long it takes me to terraform this piece of property, or Old Bitty Gaming to groom her horses and livestock or whatnot, or I mean, um, just mining out one wall. On the official servers, if I recall correctly, it's roughly 52 hits on the rock just to mine out one rock wall. And I mean, each action, um, depending on how much stamina you have, could be anywhere from a couple of seconds upwards of, I think it's like 12 or 15 seconds per action. That's quite a while to be mining out a rock wall. Um, I mean, if you don't believe me, go over to Old Bitty Gaming and watch a couple of her mining videos. Um, and yeah, she laughs about it. She's enjoying herself. Yeah, it's kind of boring just sitting there and staring at a wall. But at the same time, we do it. Biddy and I do it. Um, Several of the other content creators do it, um, and show you what we're doing so that you have a full idea of exactly what playing the game is like. Not just the highlights, but the actual gameplay. I don't like putting up recordings of games and they're all hacked to pieces. I really don't like putting up recordings of games and there not being any kind of commentary or whatnot. Some of my games are exactly that way because I don't really feel like talking, or I don't, my throat hurts or whatever, but I still want to play the games and I still want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing in those games. Who knows? Maybe I'm trying to do something in a game that you've been trying to do and you haven't been able to figure it out, or the way that you're going about doing it seems so terribly difficult, and the way that you watch me do it changes everything. It's a method that you hadn't thought about. I mean, heck, when I was trying to make the roads, terraform the roads, leveling, just leveling a single tile was a pain in the tuchus until I figured out that I could just level the tile borders and it's going to level the tile anyway, and I don't actually have to stand on the border. I could be standing anywhere, even on unlevel ground. And I can level this tile border with this tile border, or I can level this tile border with this tile border. It's going wherever this one is. Oh, I think that's yeah. Wherever this border is at, if I tell the game to level this border, it's going to level it with this one. It doesn't matter what this one is. It doesn't matter what this one over here is. I mean, watch. I'll show you. I will show you. Okay, so we're going to go over here. I'm going to try to get to this border. Come on. It's going to be finicky because it's right on the edge. Ah, terrible. Okay, let's try to do this one. Okay, level that border. Do I have... Oh, I'm too far away to do that. All right. That's all right. I don't mind. Level that border. I'm telling you. Oh, I'm not too far away now. Okay. And it just starts leveling that border. It's no different than the tile, but sometimes you run into a situation where um, one of these stupid grape bushes is in the way, or a tree is in the way, or whatnot, and you're trying to get around it. You're trying to level that particular tile around it. Um, well, I can go over here. Yeah, back up, turn around, back up, turn around. I'm going to show you a better example. Because we have the dirt and it doesn't really matter. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Is this one? Okay, this tile is not level. The one we're on. Oh, good gravy. Okay, this tile is not level. 6 down, 13 up. But if I go to this tile and I say level, some corners can't be modified. Now if I go to this one and I say level, oh, because that silly grape bush. Can I level this one? Um, can I level this one? There we go. And see, I'm not even on level ground, but it's going to level this tile with the one down here underneath me. Now it's flat. So, yes, you can do quite a bit, and I didn't realize I could do that until I started fiddle farting around and discovered it. And actually, what happened was I was watching a couple other videos earlier that day and realized what they were doing and then forgot about it. And then as I was working the road, I accidentally did the same thing. And I'm like, why didn't I do that before? That's just, I saw the other guys do this. I should have been doing this the entire time. Why was I doing it or making it so difficult? So sometimes I just do a video, no commentary, just simply to do a video. Um, but it's all about gameplay. It's all about, the real aspects of whatever game it is. Sometimes I choose not to have any commentary because there's already commentary in the game. There's voice actors and there's this going on and and it's nice our cutscenes, and it's nice not to have somebody talking through that. So back to what I was saying. I guess part two. 'Cause the first part was about Old Beta Gaming. She's still coming back. She's working on her laptop. Um, Shout out to Old Biddy. Hopefully everything's going great, and she'll be back online with us soon. I actually kind of miss all day today. I was waiting, subconsciously anxious, waiting for my notifications to go off to say that she had a new video online, and uh, yeah, it just never happened. Um, I mean, I knew that the computer was down. She was working on it, but my brain didn't process it apparently. So I was still waiting for a video. Um, Part two was about the um, private server. I did start up a private server. It's back up and running. It is on in the Wurm Unlimited list, but I'm forewarning everyone right now. And obviously, there may be some people that jump on there that don't watch my videos or whatever, that have no clue. They just happen to stumble through it. And I feel bad for those people because you guys are getting the first warning. Right now, I am working on, well, not right now, because right now I'm working on Old Beatty's vegetable garden. Um, but today, after work, and probably for the next several days, I am going to be configuring it. I am putting up a custom map. I'm redoing the biomes and resource settings and whatnot. It's a completely custom map. So it will not be the vanilla maps that come with Wurm Unlimited. Um, it is, so far, it's several islands all kind of packed together. You can and I'll have it set up so that there's multiple different spawn points. They should be set as random spawn points. However, it may ask where you want to spawn in, and it may not. There will be no Central Lakes. There will be no Meadow. There won't be any um, West Lake. All those names are changed to fit the new map. You will have starter gear, um, and I'm working on um, um, I guess it's been called the bounty system. It's a mod. It's a server side mod that allows you to earn coin for killing creatures and such. It also has the chance of giving you coin for when you're digging. So there is that possibility. But I want to try to get it implemented, make sure that everything's working correctly. So there are going to be a lot of changes, a lot of little tweaks over the next few weeks. But it's going to be at whatever time I have available. Um, there are no GMs right now. I'm not even a GM. I mean, technically I am, but I don't have a GM character. Am I out of dirt? Where am I at? I am out of dirt. Okay, well, I got a few piles over there. I'll go ahead and grab those and get those in, and then we're gonna call this one for the night because it is getting late, and I gotta get the dogs out. I've already given them shower and um, brushed them out and everything, pampered them a little bit. But it is, oh, I guess roughly 10 minutes to 8 at the time of, right now in Seattle. Um, and that's 8 p.m. And I tend to go to bed at 8. Oops. What am I doing? Holy cow. I'm not even thinking. Drop this stuff in there. And I just did it again. Typically, I am in bed by 8 o'clock because I get up for work at 4:30 in the morning. So I'm. Why do I keep doing that? See, I'm tired. Don't take it, open it. Oh, I guess I have to take that one because it's by itself. Doggone it. And that one's by itself. And that one's by itself. Drop those over here. Open. Grab that one. Drop it in there. Is there any more over here? Doesn't look like it. I think we got them all. Let's spin around real quick and make sure. Okay, so that wasn't a whole lot, but we're going to go ahead and get it placed. So anyway, the server currently has no GMs. I don't have a GM character, although technically it is my server. So I should have one, but I don't. I have not created one yet. The only thing that I plan on creating a GM character for is putting in the initial roads, not all of them, just a few, just to kind of give you some sort of landmark to start with. Um, and then the rest of the roads are going to be on the population, that whoever decides to play on the on the server. Um, and on occasion, if there is an issue on the server, um, and I don't know, I've never actually ran into one, but if there is an issue, I need to have a character that I can jump in and take care of it with. Beyond that, I don't really want a GM. I don't want to be summoning things in. I don't want, any of that not weird nonsense. I like to play the game for playing the game. So I know over time I will need to have a few standby GMs that can help out if I'm not online. Chat moderators, whatever. If someone's caught using client-side mods that we've asked people not to use, for example, they can be banned from the server. Realistically, that's not going to stop anyone because it's if a person is that intent on being um, there really isn't a nice way of putting it. Um, if they're in that intent on just not being nice and cheating and forcing their way through stuff, you can do whatever you want and they're going to figure out a way anyway. So I'm not saying why bother. I'm saying we can do what we can, but GMs and chat moderators are basically only there to keep honest people honest. Um, Beyond that, there's not really a point. If you want on the server, play on the server. If you don't want to play on the server, go to a different server. go bug somebody else. Um, you know, there's no reason to grief any particular server or you know, be a putz, for example. Um, and I'm hoping that anyone that decides to play on my private server um, will be respectful and kind to other people that are playing, and you know, not want to cheat, not want to use mods that are designed to give you an edge up. Um, you know, there are several out there, um, and they're like on this particular server. Um, let's see, it is server information, ESP scanner, and the botting mod are not allowed on this server. Um, so if someone's caught using one of those, then they deserve to get booted. And I would, if I can figure out how to set these chat tabs up so that they're constant every time you log in, so that you get that information, I will. But for the most part, literally, it's just me on the server at the moment, and it is open. It's online. It's called Seattle Sanctuary. If you want to go check it out, but just be forewarned, within the next couple of days, the server will be reset. There'll be a new map on there. I'm trying to accommodate. Uh, you see the kind of stuff that I like to do. And if you've watched Old Biddy Gaming, you know that she's more into something like this. The flatlands. I like, well, I don't really like the hills. I enjoy terraforming. So I will terraform my tail feathers off just because to me it's fun. Um, so I have a series of islands. They're all kind of bunched together. There is water in between them. There's different shipping routes and all that stuff. It's wide open. Um, every type of tree, every type of bush, every type of ore or mineable that you can get are all in it. Every last one, including glimmer steel and adamantine. Um, a lot of the private servers don't have that. I am doing a custom map. I'm using a map generator that allows for that stuff to actually be put into the game. So every mineable will be in it. Every harvestable, all the trees, the fruits, the berries, the grapes, as much as I'm kind of sick of seeing grapes, um, you know, anything and everything that's available in this game is going to be on that server. Um, right now, I can't guarantee that it is. I'm using a borrowed custom map, but that map's going to go bye-bye in just a couple of days. Once I get the settings correct, so possibly, um, you know what, I'll say within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks of today, I will have the server done as far as I can for the moment. And then any other changes will be mods that I add for like coin gain or whatnot. Once that is actually working correctly, then I will switch it over to where you have to actually purchase your deeds and pay the upkeep. I may give you make deeding free, but you still have to pay for the upkeep. I may just keep the deeds free and go that route. Right now, everything is free, including the upkeep. I can't say that it is with the Spirit Templars. I have no idea. I actually haven't set up a deed yet, but Give me 2 weeks to try to get the settings all fixed. And then if you want to come and check it out, or I mean, if you want to check it out now, you can. Just know that it's going to get wiped. Um, so anything you do on it right now is for naught. Uh, give it a couple of weeks, then come over, build a deed, check out the game. Um, if you're watching this and you're on another server, like I play on Mythmore here, I'm going to continue playing on Mythmore. But let's say hypothetically, I was frustrated here and I didn't want to have to start over, but I didn't, I didn't really have anywhere else I could go. Feel free. Come on over to Seattle Sanctuary. It is a dedicated server. It's being hosted over on Ping Perfect. So I it's not on my system. It's housed elsewhere. So it's dedicated 24/7. You can come over and play it whenever you want, and it's up and running. You don't have any of the headache to worry about. There's plenty of landmass, or at least there will be in a couple of weeks, or actually a couple of days. Um, but there'll be plenty of room for you to stake out a claim somewhere and just start going for it. It is a brand new server. That means most of the good spots are not taken yet. Hell, none of the good spots are taken yet. So um, come out, check it out. Give me 2 days to finish the map up, and then come and kind of scour around, see where you would like to lay claim. I'll let you know in my videos. And if you're um, watching Old Bitty Gaming, I'm sure she'll let you know as well when um, the server is actually up and running and good to go. And you're welcome to come on and actually stake a claim and start um, a new worm career, or your first worm career, or start out, fresh on a new server, whatever. Um, she will probably know before. Hell, she may even know before I do. I don't know. Um, but I will keep her in the loop so she can um, make the announcement on her videos too if she wants. She doesn't have to, but we do tend to support each other. Um, and I mean, I'm going to keep you guys informed of what's going on with her until she gets her videos back up, and I'll probably still keep you informed of what's going on, um, even after that. Um, hey, this is what today's video was about, and hey, go check it out. Things like that. Uh, but I'm sure she's probably going to mention something once the map has been changed over and the settings have been finalized, so that you can come back to the server and stake a claim and actually start working on things. Um, if she doesn't, then no, oh well. Keep watching these videos. I will tell you. And just for Biddy's sake, I need to grab a pumpkin because I'm half health. And then we will be closing this out. There we go, Biddy. I got my pumpkin in. um, so yeah, that is the update on the server. That's the update on the Iron Man saga. I will have to put the Iron Man saga on hold temporarily. I will be restarting it on my new server. I've got to get the map finished first, and I've got to get the settings finalized first. Then I will restart it. So in the interim, I will still play over on Xanadu. Death or no death, uh, 20 skill cap or no 20 skill cap. I'm not going to pay for premium, so I guess it's a 20 skill cap. but I will continue to play on Sundays. I will continue to put the videos out. There will be only a few videos on Sunday because I want to try to dedicate some time towards um, getting the new server, um, you know, getting it all tweaked out and whatnot, getting everything um, set up so that it's stable. Beyond that, here in a couple of weeks, so probably, well, this coming Sunday will be on Xanadu. The following Sunday may or may not be on Xanadu. If it is not, it will actually be on the new server. If that's where I'm having it, where I do the videos, then I will be making the announcement 2 Sundays from now, um, on the very first Worm or the very first Iron Man video for that Sunday. So not this coming Sunday, the following Sunday um, will be my announcement of whether or not that private server is ready to go, or if I still need a little more time. Cross your fingers. I'm hoping it'll be ready to go, but we'll see. Anyway, it is about 8:05 now, so it's past my bedtime, and I know that sounds silly, um, but work takes priority. So I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. Um, if if you like the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up. The YouTube analytics actually take that into account. It does help my analytics if you're liking the videos. It helps the analytics if you watch the entire thing. And if you made it all the way to the end here, um, then leave me a comment down below, and I don't know, just type in the word pumpkin, and I'll know you made it all the way to the end. Um, or say hi to Biddy. She deserves it. Give her a wave. Go check out her channel. I'll leave in the end card will be a link to her site, or to her channel. I'm sorry. Um, but go check out some of her old videos. If you want to continue seeing content like this, feel free to subscribe. I don't push anyone into subscriptions. I still don't. After a couple of years now, I still don't have 100 subscribers. That's how worried I am about it. If my videos are not for you, then I don't want you to subscribe. I want you to find content creators that are more up your alley. I really do encourage you to find them. If I'm putting out videos that are what you're hoping to see, or what you like seeing, or whatever, feel free to subscribe, and then you can get notified for when new ones come out. But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.